Okay, there's Leah.
Hi.
She is eating peanut butter and breakfast link sausages.
Hi, well.
I don't know who else does that.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto the ramp.
Today we're gonna go do the Erie Maritime Museum. Got the old brig sailing boat called Niagara that was brought up from the depths of Lake Erie in the 1960s, and it was built in like 1813, I think. So this should be interesting. Are you ready for that?
I am.
Okay. Hey, where's Leah?
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Now, one thing about this town I've noticed is quite eerie. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're in Erie, Pennsylvania. Oh, there it is. Oh, they even have a cafe here. Get your coffee. Museum is open. Please proceed to the entrance. Okay. Little model of the Niagara there, so hopefully we can go on there. I think it's in port. Now there are the Great Lakes: Superior Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. And we are right here on Lake Erie. Now what do these boxes remind you of? Fragile or fragile? It is.
Where are you from?
We are from Washington State, Eastern Washington,
Wow.
Tri-Cities area, if you know where that is.
Well, I know there's Tri-City Americans, the hockey team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's where they are from.
Yeah.
Well, this museum is dedicated to the War of 1812 and the Battle of Lake Erie specifically.
Oh, okay.
Just some background information first. This used to be the powerhouse for the local electrical utility.
That's what the hole was
Seen the
about.
stack out there, yeah.
And that's been a bone of contention since they did, right? This museum's been open since 95.
Oh, quite well.
And they won't do anything with it. They say, well, it's too dangerous to take down. Well, if it's too dangerous to take down, isn't it too dangerous to stay up?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd be afraid it would be too dangerous.
Yeah, some big windstorm, it might come down.
Yeah, they thought, maybe make it look like a lighthouse. But
it would be too much damage.
She wants your attention.
I just want to let you know that movie's getting ready to start if you're interested.
Oh, okay.
It's on a loop, so you can.
Oh, okay. So you can see it anytime.
I don't want to sit down and watch a movie. I want to see what's going on. Sorry.
Well, it is an interesting movie.
Yeah, but at the end, we're a little tired.
Okay. Like I said, this used to be the powerhouse, and that when they closed it in '91, there were 5 turbine generators in here.
Wow.
That's the number 3 unit. That was brought online in 1929 and produced 17,000 kilowatts. And then they'd use the exhaust steam during the winter to heat downtown Erie.
Was this a coal plant? Yeah.
Coal yard was over there. They were transported to
Oh,
the pulverizers and the furnaces over there.
still got the big overhead cranes in here and all that.
And if they fix it, it still works.
Oh,
Really?
Okay, so,
Yeah, I've seen it in operation.
Yeah, it looks good shape, yeah. Nice little turbines.
It's interesting. We just saw a coal mine. And they were talking about the little teeny pieces.
Yeah, they pulverize it.
Okay,
So.
because I've
Yeah.
never seen that little piece.
They turn into a powder and then
Yeah.
blow it in there in the furnace, yeah.
And then the condensers for the generators are still in here right below us.
Oh,
We work on a lot of generators.
On the other side of the generator is a video about the battle, and then my favorite exhibit is past that. They made a mock-up of the midships of the Lawrence, which was the ship that Perry commanded at the beginning of the battle.
Oh.
They took it and the cannons off Niagara down to a military reservation and fired at it.
Oh.
And there's a video about the live fire that's very impressive, but not in a good way.
Okay.
Upstairs, the main exhibit is on the Wolverine. She was the first all-iron ship in the Navy. She was fabricated in Pittsburgh in 1843, so in 1813 you had sail and wood, 30 years later you had iron and steel.
Right.
She was brought up here, assembled, patrolled the lake for like 79 years, some ridiculous amount.
A lot of years. Right?
Yeah.
Ship.
And she was formerly known as the Michigan, but in 1905 the Navy was building a battleship and wanted to name it the Michigan. So since the Wolverine's a state animal in Michigan, that's what they named it.
There you go.
And we just opened up a new exhibit up there, which is, I need to bring my glasses in so I can read it. It's called the Treasures of Noah's Ark.
Oh, really?
It's not the NOAA you're thinking of.
Yeah.
It's an NOAA, National Atmospheric or Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, I
I
was
know.
gonna say,
Yeah.
you must know that.
And it is
Really
pretty
good.
impressive.
Okay, cool.
So the museum's designed to be self-guided.
Oh, yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we can't take you out onto the brig.
Yeah, we heard that. Yeah.
She's very sick.
Oh, really?
That's too bad.
That's bad.
She's
But you
got-
can go look at it outside there on the
Well,
dock.
you really can't see it.
You can't?
Because it's covered.
Oh, okay. She
Oh.
must be sick. She's on
Well,
isolation.
this is normal for winter,
Oh, okay.
but she needs a lot of repairs.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Can you give us a little history about that? I
Sure,
think-
sure. When we recommend you start out in the orientation
Oh, in the movie?
theater, it's a 10-minute video on the lead up to the war of the battle, and then more information.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you'd like, I could take you down to we can you'd look out and we can tell you. I'll tell you a little bit.
Okay,
about it.
that sounds good. Okay, lead on. Okay, here we get a view of a sail here anyway. Yeah.
That's about half a mile. I really haven't figured out exactly. We use that for sail type.
Oh, okay.
Lady Washington that they rebuilt.
About 200 feet overall, 170 feet on deck. She was armed with 20 cannons, two 12-pound long guns in the bow, 18 32-pound carronades, 9 on each side.
Wow.
Now this piece of wood that she's on, statue that she's on, is that original?
That's original.
Look at that wood, and
Oh, that's from the wood from the original Niagara there.
I just thought, whoa, look at that.
The foremast is 113 feet high, and the mainmast is 118 feet high. She's about 35 feet wide, displaced about 300 tons. She was built here in Erie, further on down the bay.
Oh, okay.
And one reason was there was plenty of wood here. Like back in 1813, there was 500 people in Erie,
Really?
and they had to bring in everything. Understanding.
Right, okay, gotcha.
And there's between 6 and 8 miles of line on board Niagara, over 200 plus or 150 plus lines.
Wow. Yeah, they're very complicated. They required a pretty big crew to run those.
Well, right now the crew's only 40. On the day of the battle, there's 155 on board. But you had to have the cannon.
One guy on each cannon, or two people probably on
7.
each cannon. Oh, 7 on each cannon?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And yeah, what, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a whole bunch of cannons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can see them.
That was quite the warship.
Yeah, so here you can get
So-
an idea.
Yeah, there she is out there.
Let's go.
There it is out there, down for winter maintenance, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, she's got to go to the shipyard and have some major maintenance done.
Yeah.
But the those platforms up, those are called fighting tops. That's where the sharpshooters would hang out.
Oh, really? So there's a full warship. Boy.
At her time, she was probably state of the art.
I imagine, yeah. This is all those cannons, jeez. When it come aside that thing, it'd be like, hey, you're dead.
Well, that's what won the battle. There's a lot of controversy about the Niagara in the battle because Perry was on the Lawrence and Jesse Duncan Elliott was on the Niagara. And when the Lawrence engaged the Detroit and the Queen Charlotte, Elliott hung back. And there's a lot of controversy about why he did. You know, they say, well, I heard he was a coward. I don't think so because he's been in battle and was wounded twice. I think it's kind of was a political thing. He didn't want to share the glory with Perry.
Yeah.
Perry was this young upstart, and he was a seasoned veteran.
Big egos, yeah.
But when it come, the Niagara was able to split, go between the Detroit and the Queen Charlotte. Probably all 10 cannons, but the 9 32-pounders would do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Now, I heard this was scuttled at one time.
It's been actually this is Niagara 4.0.
Okay.
First one built in 1813. Patrolled the lakes. She was a throwaway. She was just for the one battle.
Oh.
She was scuttled out on. See that pointy thing out there?
Yeah, way out there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
lighthouse. Or something?
that's the Perry Memorial,
Oh,
and that's where Misery Bay is, and that's where she was scuttled.
okay.
She was raised for the centennial celebration in 1913, scuttled again. Then in the 30s, she was raised, and the Commonwealth took possession of her, and they started a refit. It wasn't done until 1968, which was a sesquicentennial. Wow. And then in the 1980s, she was on a static display across the street.
No, they're just scuttling it just to kind of preserve it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was on a static display over there, and she was literally rotten away.
Just a whole.
Yeah. So they built a new Niagara, and she's classified as a reconstruction, not a replica, because there is wood from the original.
There is original, yeah. So it's kind of like airplanes. If you got 10% of the original airplane, you can call it that airplane.
Yeah.
Keep the number.
Nice cutaway model there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really amazing. So these are the oars, that the black down below.
Those
I
are,
don't know.
no,
But what are the two gray things?
That's the ribs in there.
Oh,
whatever.
where's the bottom?
those are the frames.
Yeah, the frames.
If you look on the wall there, that's a frame. one of
Oh
the
yeah.
frames.
Okay. Back in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would
And
be.
she's the largest ship that still uses a tiller.
Really?
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
That's a whole.
Yeah, it's other.
Why do you go through all the expense and
This big old ship.
all the
Yeah,
expense
it must have been.
and logistics of putting a wheel when she was
Must
a
have took
throwaway.
3 men just to pull that baby.
Well, no, two.
Oh, two.
Yeah, one on each side.
Oh, very cool. Well, too bad we didn't get to see it, but it's got some heavy duty maintenance it's going in for down to shipyard down the port there. So we're going to take a trip out there and look at some lighthouses out there on Lake Erie too. So should be an interesting day. So are you impressed yet?
I am. I'm really impressed that this is a nice
Okay.
museum.
Oh yeah, some of the history. 1943. Well, temporary shore in there. 1913. So this was 100 years later. That was their centennial. Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, I didn't have much left. It was pretty rotten. But like I say, they have so much wood they can rebuild it. Is that a chair from it? Okay, I'm following you upstairs. Okay, we got a lot of kids in here. Oh, there's the boss. Some of the old tools used to build the boat. Awes and axes, scoop, sewing kit, drill, auger. Here you got, he said they had 7 people per cannon. It's only 4 there, but you wouldn't be able to see the cannon. Oh, look at, see, here's a cannonball hit the side there. He said most people were killed by splinters. So when the cannonball hit the wood, it would just splinter and the splinters would go flying and I guess you'd get one in your body like a shrapnel. Interesting. With the cannons down through there. Yeah, more old muskets and guns, not muskets.
It's really kept together.
Yeah, there's the old Class Lake cutlass there. A lot of kids in here, so it's noisy. There's an old classic section there. Mid-19th century version of the section. I took a class on that once and learned to use one.
How come the toilet's twisted and numbered?
How come they're numbered?
And twisted.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The lead line. Oh, I know. I could. Each one of those ribbons. That's how they tell the depth.
Oh.
See, they'd have see this weight over here.
Yeah.
They'd have a weight on this line, then lower it down. Well, there's 2 fathoms, 3 fathoms. 5, 6, 7, like that.
Oh.
And then they would call out to the the captain or whatever, like 6 fathoms. Like you're getting in.
deep?
You don't want to run aground. That kind of thing.
Okay.
So you get it.
Got it.
British and American war pieces of 1812. Wow. There's the old officer's hat, classic. Swords, guns, early uniforms. Yeah, old deep diving setup there. Oh, here's diver and yeah, that's an old one. It's an old helmet. Yeah, the hand crank air pump.
Wow.
Okay, well look at this
Oh,
old
look
one.
at that one.
Diving
That looks like a
helmet.
welly hat.
Yeah. So they pumped
Diving
air in there. I
helmet.
think that's the air kept the water out, you know, by pushing air in there. Okay, we'll see what we got up here. Yeah. USS Michigan, the iron steamer. Neat. Okay, Leah's gonna try to operate this power plant. See if you can get her going. No, not that turbine, the one on the left there. Yeah, there, get that turbine going there. Okay, there you go. Okay. Hey, this captain here. He's getting mad at you. Ooh, look at them eyeballs. Okay. Yeah, that's how they lace those mats and stuff in there. So they still do stuff like that with making things, don't they? Yeah, macrame started in the... Look at that wood carved eagle there.
I know, look at the detail.
Wow.
I thought it is.
I wonder if that's all by one solid piece of wood. Yeah, maybe. Eagle deck figure from 1865. Wow. From the Commodore Perry. Yeah, that's quite detailed. Yeah, a whole set of dishes from
Look at that crust.
Noah. Yeah. More of the modern stuff here. Okay, this is the upper deck. You can kind of get an overlook of the power plant here that they turned into a museum. There's the big generator down there. Check out this lighthouse lens. Fresnel lens mounted on the Erie Harbor Lighthouse. Wow. Quite the glass. You know what this is? This is an ice boat. When those lakes freeze over, see how they are like got the rails on the side? That's a big old ice boat there. So you set back in there, and you got the tiller and everything. But look how that thing's built. I wonder what year that is. See if there's a plaque on this one. Yeah, the ice schooner here. There's some information on it over here, I think. But that thing is huge and old. So you sit back here on these rope decks. There's the tiller. That flag there, what's that off of? Oh, okay. That's an old one now. 1899. Yeah, that ice boat is from 1900. Pretty cool. I like that thing. Put some wheels on it. Run it down in the desert. Leah. Yeah, there they are, ice boating. Now that would be fun. Look at that. Wow. Pretty neat. Lots of artifacts and old Navy hats. Wow. Navy uniforms. The business end of a cannon. 1863 Confederate Navy flag. Interesting. Colt machine gun from 1903. Are you impressed?
Huh?
You impressed?
I am. Very nice museum.
Oh, the places you'll go.